Greetings and peace. I hope you and yours are doing well today, wherever you might be watching this from. Now, the title of today's video is Why is the Masculine and Feminine in America and the Western World out of touch with each other? Now, we're hearing all of this talk about people in the East not giving rights to their women, and that's basically not the truth that's being told about Islam. Islam gives rights to its women. You have the right to choose your husband, right to buy property, be a business owner, be a boss, be a leader. I mean, look at it in the aspect of the Western world where a lot of those things and women's rights and so many things are still suppressed. You have the aspect of women being degraded and humiliated and abused in so many industries, and different perversions where men like to see women being pissed on, choked, slapped, beat down, etc. So see, it's a projection that the agents of chaos, especially in a lot of these industries here in the West, or those that project the so-called news, are telling you about how Easterners treat their women. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, teaches us that heaven lies at the feet of your mother, the divine feminine. How even the connection of Fatima, his daughter, is so sacred in the divine feminine in Islam. And why you must honor your women, because the woman is your mother, your daughter, your sister, your wife, your friend. So many roles she plays in one's life, including the nurturing of creation. So we're supposed to honor and nurture them. A woman's freedom doesn't mean that she could just dress the way that she wants and she can sleep with whoever she wants. There's more to a woman's life than that. Even the Prophet's first wife, Khadija, radiyallahu anha, also chose her husband. She wanted to marry him, and that's Islamic law. The woman chooses her husband. But see, what many get twisted is that in a lot of these countries, they're not following Islamic law, they're following their culture. So those are cultural crimes. It's not what Islam teaches. So a lot of these places, they still follow their tribal mindsets in Afghanistan, Pakistan, different parts of the world, where they say they treat women that way. They always did that even before Islam came to those lands. So you can't say that's Islamic law or Islam teaches them to do that. That's not true. Including what many here who have to look their own selves in the mirror before saying we don't treat our women with respect. We honor and protect our woman because we know the role that she plays in terms of our household. And if you look at it, how many Eastern families you see immigrate to America and they have a nuclear family household, which is non-existent at this point in the Western world, with many single mothers and single fathers, or a woman having multiple children from different men. We honor our traditions and our family values. So the aspect of us not treating our women correctly and the narrative that they're telling you, oh, it's about the women, that's all nonsense, because they want your consent for more war and more destruction. Like they told you in 2002, all of it, that the Iraqis had anthrax. They didn't have nothing. So what happened in 2003 when the war started up until this point? Thousands of US troops dead, injured, scarred for life, their families destroyed, million Iraqis, so many families destroyed on both sides, innocents on both sides that paid the price for what? These people were telling you lies. Now they're doing the same projection that women are being abused. What about the women here who are being degraded and used by so many industries? And why the women here are not being given their due rights in terms of many workplaces and different misogyny aspects that are happening in different corporate levels of America, and even the aspects of them, even in the military, the common sense of not being sexually abusive towards your female soldiers being raped and murdered on bases. So I think this is the last place that should be talking about women's rights when they have to fix their own home. Because in Islam, we love, honor, and cherish and respect our women, and that's why we have our nuclear family households. Our families are successful when we immigrate to these countries because we know what it means to not have nothing and to work towards it to give a bright future to yourself and your families. So this is why I say, even you have movements here that are hating women, like incels and red pill and men going their own way, MGTOW, and you have these industries that are degrading women, choking them, slapping them, and it's a perversion, they're getting off on it. So how can you say you respect women? You don't. So many people I see here, especially different places I go, and I see children growing up calling their mothers the B word. How could you do that if you have a society that upholds and respects the divine feminine? You don't. So as much as this might be hard to hear for some people, it's got to come from my mouth, because I always talk about stuff and discussions that others dare not touch. So please love and respect and honor your women, especially in America, where there's such a disconnect between the man and the woman and the family households, and they wonder why they don't have any peace here. It's nice you have an advanced society. It's really not that advanced. There's other countries with higher qualities of life. I mean, you can't even get sick here unless you have insurance, which is a basic human right for you to have medical care. So you got to look at it this way. Think about fixing your own home first before telling somebody else what to do. This is why things happen the way that they do. If your own foundation is not strong, you don't fix your own home, then what's going to happen? It falls apart. Roman Empire lasted a certain amount of years. Certain empires lasted 1,000 years. This country's been around for 243 years, 250 years, right, in that time frame. What about 1,000 years from now? Will this place still be here? It's already fallen apart at the seams. So learn from your history. Learn from who you are and what you stand for, and stop playing around. Stop worrying about other cultures and other countries, and fix the degradation and destruction of your society and your country first. Help the poor people here. The taxpayer money that you blew on these wars, imagine if that was used to help the homeless people, veterans, teachers, women's rights, women's organizations, you name it. See, then again, they twist the narrative and put one party against the other. So stop being fools. I mean, it's enough now. Stop feeding into this nonsense and do the right thing. Get your own homes in order first. And love and respect, not just your women, but your mothers, your fathers, your brothers and sisters, because humanity, only love and not fear can get us out of this hole that we put ourselves in all over the world. So please, think about all the things that I'm telling you, and don't be offended, because some truths had to be shared. And Imam Ali, one of the Prophet Muhammad's greatest companion and his son-in-law, also gives us this advice, the aspect that my true friend and well-wisher is the one who tells me the truth, even if it's sour, because he wishes for my betterment. So for the Americans and those in the Western world that are listening, I am your friend, I'm your well-wisher. I want this society to succeed. So if some truths have to be shared, which are uncomfortable, then so be it. Because I'm not going to sugarcoat it and let you keep falling down this hole. I want you to pull you back up so you can be a prosperous society for your men, your women, your children, and everyone. So much love, and think about the things that I told you.